Is Ghostbusters 2016 worth revisiting? You decide. Here are 3 drastically different takes. Based on what I had heard about this movie, I expected it to be worse than sitting naked on a belt sander, so I was pleasantly surprised.
Being a huge fan of Ghostbusters, I actually got excited when they announced that they were going to be doing a new movie. Then I found out that it wasn't a sequel, it was a remake.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
And that did not please me. My enthusiasm for this film went way down.
It makes sense that enthusiasm would go way down because maybe you shouldn't hire somebody who's used to writing 22 minutes at a time to write a 2.5-hour movie.
I thought it was cool that the movie addresses a stigma that anything spiritual or supernatural is unscientific, which is a really important idea for society to wrestle with, because if we write off everything that's spiritual or supernatural, but those things do exist, then we're never going to discover them.
So then they announced the cast, which is a very talented cast. It's Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, Leslie Jones, Melissa McCarthy. And I thought, man, this can't be as bad as everybody's saying it's going to be. And I was right. It wasn't that bad. It was worse.
How much worse? Well, the 1984 Ghostbusters did not do an Exorcist joke. Why? Because in 1984, it was overdone and not funny anymore. So why would you do it 30 years later?
When my son was born, I learned that babies are programmed at birth to laugh at fart sounds, unless one sustains damage to the left side of the cortex or frontal lobe. So see, the jokes in this movie, they're a scientifically based decision.
This movie was such a waste of talent. The story was horrible. The jokes were falling flat. It was joke after joke after joke. The first and the original ones didn't need to rely on jokes throughout the whole thing, but this one tried so hard. And the jokes were so bad that even Bill Murray wasn't funny in this movie.
How dare you bring Bill Murray into this?
But it's a sweet take on biblical ideas. In the Tower of Babel story, part of the reason God stopped the people from building the Tower of Babel is that it was supposed to be a bridge between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. Some spirits or angels wanted to kill all mankind, or as this movie says, cleanse the earth. So I thought that was pretty cool.
All this movie accomplished was almost erasing the entire Ghostbusters universe.
God, it's so bad. It's so depressing too. I can't even find anything good to even say about it. The music sucked too. It's horrible, horrible idea.
But guys, no movie has ever featured an Exorcist callback scene before. Ever. No one. Ever at all. Exorcist!
I mean, if I had to pick something positive, I think maybe the special effects were pretty good. The ghost in the subway, that was all electrical. I mean, that looked pretty good. And honestly, of all the characters, Leslie Jones's character was probably the one that was the most entertaining. I didn't have any hard laughs or anything like that, but if I chuckled at all, it was because of her.
I mean, who was this movie made for? All right, there are 4 different wonton jokes. I know people have made fun of this in the past all the time. It's on YouTube. You freaking Google wonton Ghostbusters and it's going to show you 20 different videos about how stupid the wonton joke was. And the fact of the matter is, the Chinese restaurant was right under their shop. Walk down, you lazy...
What are wontons?
And seriously, when it comes to the original Ghostbusters, yes, you have to think, okay, there's ghosts flying around and everything. Yes, it's science fiction, but it's science fiction in reality, okay? When Melissa McCarthy grabs the proton pack and starts shooting in the alley and she's thrown 20 feet in the air, she would be dead. That's not funny. That's just stupid.
If I were shot in the head, I'm pretty sure everything would be fine.
You know, and the biggest shame of all this is the like I said, the waste of talent.
Dance numbers. Why was there 1 dance number, let alone 4 dance numbers in this thing? Choreographed. Look at me. I can dance like, what's her name from Seinfeld? Julia Louis-Dreyfus, that one. Yeah, you know, okay, you get it. You dance stupidly. Great. Okay, you don't have to do it 3 more times.
And one of the biggest crimes about this movie, not only was it just pretty much taking a massive dump on the Ghostbusters franchise, but there was 0 character development. I mean, how are you supposed to care about any of these characters at all? it was just poor. Even Chris Hemsworth, who's very talented and very funny, was just really annoying. I get he's supposed to be the stupid funny guy, but it was just so stupid. It was stupid.
As a great YouTuber once said, you can't have 4 Vecmans.
Based on the popular comedy style of the last 10 years, I really didn't think the movie was that bad. I just think they took a risk when they changed the style of comedy for the Ghostbusters franchise. So previous fans may not have enjoyed the newer kind of, I don't know, dumb jokes, fart jokes, things like that I grew up on, and that was my childhood.
I like a good fart joke. Not in my Ghostbusters.
And not 70 of them.
So guys, do you recommend Ghostbusters 2016?
No, man, no. I figured Bella would get his butt kicked for saying something like that.
No! No! Dear God, no! No!
No!
Nathan, I'm almost afraid to ask this, but would you recommend this movie?
And I don't care if you like it.
Nah.